Welcome back. Before you spend another Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coin, watch this video first. You might be holding a rare coin that collectors are searching for. Today we'll uncover some of the most valuable Lincoln Memorial pennies ever produced in the United States, explore their history, reveal the unique features that make them desirable, and discuss their current collector market values. Stay with us until the end. You may discover that an ordinary-looking penny in your collection could be much more valuable than you ever imagined. Let's get started. First up, the 1960 Lincoln Memorial Cent. By the end of this video, you may want to check every penny in your pocket because one small coin could surprise you. The Lincoln Memorial Cent was first introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the famous wheat cent design that had been used since 1909. The reverse of the new coin featured the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro, while the obverse continued to display Victor David Brenner's portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The 1960 Lincoln Memorial Cent represents one of the early years of this historic series and has become an important collectible for Lincoln cent enthusiasts around the world. The small D mint mark below the date indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. During 1960, the Denver Mint produced well over 1 billion Lincoln cents to meet the nation's growing demand for circulating coins. Because of this enormous mintage, most examples remain common today. However, collectors know that rarity is not determined by mintage alone. Coins preserved in exceptional condition or those featuring unusual mint errors can become extremely valuable and highly sought after in today's numismatic market. The 1960 Lincoln Memorial Cent was struck using an alloy made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter with a smooth edge. These technical specifications remained standard for Lincoln cents until the copper composition changed in 1982. Collectors often appreciate these earlier copper cents because of their rich color, solid feel, and historic connection to mid-20th century American coinage. When examining a 1960 Lincoln cent, collectors pay close attention to the overall condition. A coin described as fine condition still displays strong details, although moderate wear is visible on Lincoln's hair, cheek, beard, and the high points of the Lincoln Memorial. The lettering and date should remain clear and readable. While fine condition coins are not considered rare by themselves, attractive examples with original surfaces and minimal damage are always more desirable than heavily worn or cleaned coins. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting the 1960 Lincoln Memorial Cent is searching for valuable mint errors. Although the famous small date and large date varieties belong mainly to the Philadelphia issue, Denver Mint coins can still be found with interesting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, die chips, clipped planchets, broad strikes, repunched mint marks from earlier production practices, and dramatic double strikes. These unusual pieces often command substantial premiums because every error coin is unique and attracts strong collector interest. Collectors also look carefully for original mint luster and natural copper color. Coins are commonly classified as brown, red-brown, or full red. A full red coin retains nearly all of its original bright copper appearance and is generally worth significantly more than coins that have darkened over time. Even though your coin may only be in fine condition, checking its color, surfaces, and originality can still influence its value in today's collector market. The current market value of a normal 1960 Lincoln Memorial Cent in fine condition usually ranges from only a few cents to around $1 depending on eye appeal and collector demand. Better preserved uncirculated examples often sell for several dollars. Certified mint state coins with exceptional quality can reach values ranging from hundreds of dollars, while the finest known examples with outstanding grades have sold for thousands of dollars at major auctions. Rare error varieties may also reach impressive prices depending on their rarity and condition. Professional grading services play a major role in determining a coin's value. Companies such as PCGS and NGC examine authenticity, preservation, strike quality, surface condition, and overall eye appeal before assigning a numerical grade. Even a 1-point difference in grade can dramatically increase the value of a rare Lincoln cent. This is why serious collectors often submit outstanding examples for professional certification before offering them for sale. Many beginning collectors overlook the importance of careful handling. If you discover a promising 1960 Lincoln Memorial Cent, avoid cleaning or polishing it because doing so can permanently damage the original surfaces and reduce its collectible value. Hold the coin only by its edges, place it in a protective holder, and store it in a dry environment. proper preservation helps maintain both appearance and long-term market value. The popularity of Lincoln cents has remained strong for generations because they combine American history with affordable collecting. Abraham Lincoln is one of the most respected presidents in United States history, and the Lincoln Memorial Reverse remained in production for nearly 50 years. This long-running design has inspired millions of collectors to build complete date and mint collections, making the 1960D issue an essential part of many albums. Auction records remind collectors that extraordinary quality always attracts extraordinary prices. While ordinary circulated examples remain inexpensive, certified gems with blazing red color, nearly flawless surfaces, and outstanding strike quality can compete fiercely at auction. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that rank among the finest known, because such pieces are extremely difficult to find despite the large original mintage. If you search through old piggy banks, inherited collections, bank rolls, or jars filled with spare change, you may eventually discover a 1960D Lincoln Memorial cent. Although most examples will not make anyone wealthy, checking every coin carefully is worthwhile because valuable errors and exceptional condition pieces continue to be found by observant collectors. Patience, knowledge, and careful examination are essential tools in successful coin collecting. The excitement surrounding the 1960D Lincoln Memorial cent demonstrates an important lesson in numismatics. A coin's value depends on much more than its age. Factors such as rarity, condition, color, strike quality, certification, collector demand, and mint errors all work together to determine market price. Understanding these factors allows collectors to recognize hidden treasures that others might overlook. The 1960D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent may appear to be an ordinary penny, but it carries decades of American history and continues to attract collectors across the world. Whether your coin is worth only a few cents or turns out to be a rare certified example worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, every Lincoln cent has a story to tell. Before spending your next penny, take a closer look at the date, the D-mint mark, and the overall condition. Your pocket change could contain a remarkable collectible that has been hiding in plain sight for more than 60 years. Next up, the 1962D Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is one of the most recognizable coins in American history, and millions of people have handled this small copper coin without realizing that certain examples can be worth far more than their 1 cent face value. Produced at the Denver Mint and carrying the famous D-mint mark beneath the date, this coin represents an important chapter in the Lincoln cent series that began in 1909. Although most 1962D pennies remain common because of their enormous mintage, collectors constantly search through old collections, bank rolls, and inherited jars hoping to discover an exceptional example with outstanding preservation, attractive color, or a rare mint error. Today we will explore the complete history, unique design, interesting features, and current collector demand for the 1962D Lincoln Memorial cent, while explaining why a few extraordinary pieces have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The story of the 1962D Lincoln Memorial cent begins with Abraham Lincoln himself. In 1909, the United States Mint honored the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth by introducing the first regular U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real historical person. Victor David Brenner designed the obverse, showing Lincoln facing right with the words "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date. Beginning in 1959, the reverse design changed from the famous wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, celebrating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Frank Gasparo created the memorial design, making the 1962D cent part of one of the most collected coin series in American numismatics. The Denver Mint produced well over 1 billion Lincoln cents in 1962, making the 1962D one of the highest mintage pennies of its era. Because so many were struck, worn examples remain very common today and usually carry only a modest collector premium. However, the story changes dramatically when collectors find coins that survived in pristine, uncirculated condition with bright original red surfaces. Such coins are much scarcer than circulated examples because many entered everyday commerce immediately after leaving the mint. One of the first details collectors examine is the D-mint mark beneath the date. This tiny letter indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Collectors also study the sharpness of Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, the date, and the memorial building on the reverse. A well-struck coin with crisp details, clean surfaces, and vibrant original mint luster is always more desirable than one showing scratches, stains, or wear. The composition of the 1962D Lincoln cent also makes it historically interesting. It consists of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it the classic reddish appearance that collectors love. Unlike modern Lincoln cents made primarily of zinc, these earlier copper coins have a different weight, feel, and color. Many collectors enjoy assembling complete copper Lincoln memorial sets because of their historical importance and attractive appearance. Collectors classify uncirculated copper cents by color. The highest designation is red, meaning the coin retains nearly all of its original mint color. Red-brown indicates partial toning, while brown describes coins that have largely darkened with age. Red examples in high mint state grades are significantly more valuable because they are much scarcer than brown examples, especially after decades of storage and circulation. Another exciting area involves mint errors and unusual varieties. Although no major variety defines the entire 1962D issue, collectors continue searching for off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, repunched features, and dramatic die breaks. Genuine mint errors authenticated by reputable grading services can bring impressive premiums depending on rarity, eye appeal, and collector demand. This is one reason experienced collectors never overlook older Lincoln cents. Condition is the single biggest factor affecting value. A circulated 1962D penny may be worth only a small premium over face value, while a brilliant uncirculated example with exceptional eye appeal may be worth several dollars or more. Professionally graded coins in very high mint state grades, especially MS66 red, MS67 red or finer, can command hundreds of dollars, and exceptional registry quality examples have realized much stronger prices at auction because they are extraordinarily rare in top condition. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC play an important role in today's coin market. These companies authenticate coins, assign standardized grades, and encapsulate them for long-term protection. Collectors often pay higher prices for certified examples because the grade and authenticity have been independently verified, reducing uncertainty in the marketplace. The current market value of a 1962D Lincoln memorial cent depends entirely on its condition, color, and whether it has a genuine mint error. Ordinary circulated examples generally remain inexpensive. Attractive uncirculated red coins can sell for several dollars to several dozen dollars depending on grade. Premium certified examples in elite mint state grades may reach hundreds of dollars, while exceptionally rare top population coins or spectacular error coins have sold for thousands of dollars at major auctions. These extraordinary prices apply only to the finest known specimens, not to typical circulation finds. If you discover a bright 1962D penny, avoid cleaning or polishing it. Cleaning permanently damages the original surface and almost always reduces collector value. Instead, hold the coin only by its edges, store it in a protective holder, and examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for original mint luster, strong strike quality, unusual errors, and signs that the coin may deserve professional grading. Interest in Lincoln memorial cents continues to grow because they are affordable, historically significant, and widely collected. Many hobbyists begin by searching pocket change, inherited collections, or old bank rolls. Even though the odds of finding a top-grade rarity are small, the excitement of discovering a beautiful uncirculated coin keeps collectors searching year after year. The 1962D Lincoln memorial cent reminds us that rarity is not determined by age alone. Millions were produced, yet only a tiny percentage survived in exceptional condition with blazing original red color and virtually flawless surfaces. Those are the coins that advanced collectors compete for, and those are the examples capable of bringing remarkable auction results. Before selling any coin that appears unusual, compare it with authenticated examples and consider having it evaluated by a respected coin dealer or professional grading service. Verification is essential because many online claims about common pennies being worth millions of dollars are exaggerated. Accurate identification and grading are the keys to determining true market value. Next up, the 1965 Lincoln Memorial Penny without a mint mark has become a favorite among collectors because it marks an important period in American coinage history. While millions were struck for circulation, certain well-preserved examples and rare error varieties have attracted serious attention from collectors. If you have a 1965 penny in nice condition, you may want to inspect it carefully before spending it because some examples are worth far more than 1 cent. The story of the 1965 Lincoln Memorial Cent begins during a time when the United States was facing a nationwide coin shortage. To discourage collectors from hoarding newly minted coins, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all circulating coins produced in 1965, 1966, and 1967. As a result, every regular 1965 Lincoln cent was struck without a mint mark, making it a unique historical issue. This decision has made the 1965 penny an important part of American numismatic history. The obverse of the coin features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Since its introduction in 1909, Lincoln's portrait has become one of the most recognized coin designs in the world. The reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, with the tiny image of Lincoln visible between the columns. This remarkable artistic detail is one of the reasons collectors admire the Lincoln Memorial series. The 1965 Lincoln cent is composed of 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving it a rich reddish appearance when preserved in high grades. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Nice condition examples often retain much of their original color and detail, making them more attractive to collectors than heavily worn pieces. One of the most fascinating aspects of collecting the 1965 Lincoln Memorial cent is searching for mint errors. Collectors look for double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, and dramatic misaligned dies. Genuine mint errors are significantly rarer than normal coins and can command prices ranging from hundreds to several $1,000s, depending on the rarity and condition. Condition plays a major role in determining value. A circulated 1965 penny in average condition is generally worth only a few cents. However, coins preserved in beautiful red uncirculated condition or certified in exceptionally high mint state grades by professional grading services can become much more valuable. Eye appeal, original luster, and the absence of damage all increase collector demand. Another important factor is the coin's color designation. Professional grading companies classify copper coins as brown, or red. A full red example with brilliant original mint color is usually worth much more than one that has turned dark brown over decades of circulation. Collectors often pay premium prices for coins that have retained their original appearance. Today's market value for a standard 1965 Lincoln Memorial cent, without a mint mark in nice circulated condition, is usually modest, often ranging from a few cents to a few dollars. Attractive uncirculated examples may sell for tens of dollars, while superb certified mint state examples can reach hundreds of dollars. Rare error coins or top population certified examples have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. Many people wonder whether every 1965 penny is valuable. The answer is no. Most examples remain common because more than 1 billion were produced. The real value comes from exceptional preservation, scarce mint errors, or the highest certified grades. That is why careful examination is so important before assuming a coin has significant value. When examining your coin, use a magnifying glass and good lighting. Check Lincoln's hair, the lettering, the date, and the Lincoln Memorial for strong details. Look for unusual doubling, striking errors, or surfaces that remain bright and original. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can reduce its value dramatically. Collectors also recommend weighing the coin with a precise digital scale. The normal weight is about 3.11 grams. A noticeable difference could indicate a mint error or post-mint damage, requiring further examination. Measuring the diameter and thickness can also help identify unusual pieces. If you believe your 1965 Lincoln cent is special, consider submitting it to a professional grading service. Authentication and grading provide confidence to buyers and often increase marketability. Certified coins generally attract stronger interest from collectors, especially when they receive high mint state grades. The popularity of Lincoln cents continues to grow because they are affordable, historically important, and widely collected. Many hobbyists enjoy searching through old coin jars, bank rolls, and inherited collections hoping to discover a rare variety or exceptionally preserved example. Even ordinary-looking coins can sometimes surprise their owners. The 1965 Lincoln Memorial cent reminds us that historical significance and rarity are not always the same thing. Although the regular issue is common, outstanding condition and genuine mint errors can transform an ordinary 1-cent coin into a desirable collectible. Some of the finest certified examples have achieved impressive auction prices, demonstrating how condition can dramatically influence value. In conclusion, the 1965 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent without a mint mark remains an iconic American coin with an important place in U.S. mint history. While most circulated examples are worth only a small premium over face value, Exceptional uncirculated coins and verified mint-era varieties can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Before spending your 1965 penny, examine it carefully, protect it from damage, and if it appears unusual or exceptionally well preserved, have it evaluated by a professional because you could be holding a truly collectible piece. Next up, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent without a mint mark is one of the most recognized United States pennies ever produced. Although millions of these coins were struck by the Philadelphia Mint, collectors continue searching through old jars, piggy banks, and pocket change because certain examples can be worth far more than 1 cent. A coin in good condition is usually common, but if it has an unusual error, an exceptional strike, or survives in unusually high quality, its value can rise dramatically. Many collectors have paid hundreds or even thousands of dollars for outstanding examples, making the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent an exciting coin to study. The history of the 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent begins with the famous Lincoln Cent series that first appeared in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. In 1959, the reverse design changed from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, creating the Lincoln Memorial Cent series. The 1966 issue continued this popular design during an important period in American coinage, when the United States Mint was producing enormous numbers of coins to meet public demand. One interesting fact about the 1966 penny is that it carries no mint mark. During this period, coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint were produced without a mint mark. This often causes people to believe that every 1966 penny without a mint mark is rare. In reality, the absence of a mint mark is normal for Philadelphia coins of that year. However, collectors carefully inspect these coins because rare varieties, striking errors, and exceptional preserved examples can still be very valuable. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Around the portrait are the inscriptions in God We Trust, Liberty, and the date 1966. On the reverse is the famous Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America, EPLURBUSUNUM, and 1 cent. This design remained one of the most recognizable American coin designs for decades, and is admired by collectors around the world. A 1966 Lincoln Memorial Cent in good condition usually shows noticeable circulation wear. Lincoln's hair, beard, and coat display smoothing, while many fine details on the memorial become less distinct. Even in this condition, collectors may save the coin if it has an attractive appearance, original surfaces, or an unusual error. Coins with natural color and minimal damage are generally more desirable than heavily cleaned or corroded examples. Collectors pay close attention to unique features that may increase the value of a 1966 penny. These include double die varieties, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. Such mint errors are much scarcer than ordinary examples and can attract strong interest whenever they appear at auctions or coin shows. Authentication by a respected grading service is important before assuming an error coin has a significant premium. Another factor influencing value is the coin's color designation. Copper cents are commonly classified as brown BN, red-brown RB, or red RD. A bright original red coin is often worth considerably more than a brown example because its original mint luster has been preserved. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for attractive red coins, with few marks and strong eye appeal. Current market values depend greatly on condition and rarity. A typical 1966 no mint mark penny in good circulated condition is generally worth only a small premium over face value. Better preserved uncirculated examples may sell for several dollars or even tens of dollars. Certified gems with exceptional quality can bring hundreds of dollars, while major mint errors or the finest known examples have sold for thousands of dollars in the collector market. Prices change over time depending on demand, rarity, and auction results. Professional grading services, such as PCGS and NGC, have made it easier for collectors to identify truly outstanding 1966 Lincoln cents. Coins receiving very high mint state grades become increasingly scarce because few survive with nearly perfect surfaces. A certified high-grade example is often much more valuable than a similar-looking raw coin because collectors trust the independent grading process. One reason collectors enjoy searching for the 1966 penny is that valuable discoveries can still happen. Old coin collections, estate boxes, bank rolls, and forgotten jars sometimes contain attractive coins that have never been professionally examined. While most examples are common, The excitement of finding an unusually well-preserved coin or a genuine mint error keeps the hobby popular among both beginners and experienced numismatists. The copper alloy used for the 1966 Lincoln cent consists primarily of copper with a small amount of tin and zinc. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. Because these coins circulated heavily for decades, many surviving examples show scratches, discoloration, or environmental damage. Better preserved coins are naturally much harder to locate. Demand for Lincoln cents remains strong because they represent one of the longest-running coin series in United States history. Millions of collectors attempt to complete date and mint collections, and many also pursue era varieties. This continuing interest helps maintain steady demand for attractive 1966 cents, particularly those with exceptional quality or unusual minting characteristics. Before spending any 1966 penny, it is worth inspecting it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for doubling in the lettering, unusual strike characteristics, missing design elements, clipped edges, or signs that the coin was struck on an incorrect planchet. If you believe the coin displays a genuine mint error or appears to be in unusually high condition, professional evaluation may be worthwhile. Although internet headlines sometimes claim that every 1966 penny is worth thousands or even millions of dollars, collectors should approach such claims with caution. Most ordinary circulated examples remain inexpensive. The coins that command hundreds or thousands of dollars are typically certified high-grade specimens or verified mint errors. Understanding the difference between common coins and genuinely rare examples is an essential part of successful coin collecting. In conclusion, the 1966 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent without a mint mark remains an important piece of American numismatic history. Its connection to President Abraham Lincoln, its classic memorial design, and the possibility of valuable varieties continue to attract collectors worldwide. While an ordinary coin in good condition is usually modestly valued, exceptional examples with rare errors, brilliant preservation, or top certified grades can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. That is why every 1966 Lincoln Memorial penny deserves a careful inspection. You never know when an ordinary-looking coin could become the highlight of a valuable collection. Next up, the 1967 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent with no mint mark. At first glance it may appear to be an ordinary penny, but many collectors know that certain examples of this famous coin can be worth far more than 1 cent. If your coin is in brilliant condition, has an attractive original color, strong details, and possibly a rare mint error, it could attract serious attention from collectors. While most 1967 pennies are common, the finest preserved examples and rare error varieties have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, making this one of the most searched Lincoln Memorial cents today. The Lincoln Memorial cent was first introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the famous wheat cent design and introduced the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The obverse continued to feature Victor David Brenner's portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, while Frank Gasparo designed the reverse. The 1967 issue belongs to an important period in American coinage, when the United States Mint was working hard to meet increasing demand for circulating coins during the 1960s. Millions of these cents entered circulation, but only a very small number survived in exceptional, brilliant condition. One interesting feature of the 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent is that it has no mint mark. During the mid-1960s, from 1965 through 1967, the United States Mint intentionally removed mint marks from circulating coins. This decision was made to discourage collectors from hoarding coins from specific mints and to help increase production. As a result, every regular 1967 Lincoln cent was struck without a mint mark, regardless of which mint facility produced it. This historical decision makes the coin unique compared with many other Lincoln Memorial cents. The 1967 Lincoln cent was struck from an alloy containing 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. The coin displays Abraham Lincoln's portrait facing right with the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the obverse, while the reverse features the Lincoln Memorial with the denomination 1 cent and United States of America. These classic design elements remain favorites among collectors and represent an important chapter in United States coinage history. Brilliant condition is one of the biggest factors affecting the value of a 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent. A coin that still shows bright original luster sharp details, and minimal marks is much more desirable than one that has circulated for decades. Coins certified as mint state by professional grading services often command significantly higher prices. Collectors are always searching for examples with rich red color because original red copper surfaces are much scarcer after decades of circulation. Although billions of 1967 Lincoln cents were produced, rarity comes from condition and mint errors rather than the normal coin itself. A typical circulated example is usually worth only a small premium over face value. However, brilliant uncirculated coins with exceptional eye appeal can be worth several dollars to several $100s. The finest certified examples graded at the highest mint state levels have sold for much larger amounts because so few survive in nearly perfect condition. Collectors also search for rare mint errors on the 1967 Lincoln cent. Off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, double dies, repunched lettering, and dramatic misaligned dies are among the most valuable varieties. Error coins are created during the minting process and can be extremely desirable because each one is unique. When a major error appears on a brilliant uncirculated coin, the value can increase dramatically depending on the rarity and demand for that specific error. Color designation is another important factor. Professional grading companies classify copper coins as brown, red-brown, or red. A full red example retains most of its original mint color and is usually worth considerably more than brown examples. Collectors pay strong premiums for brilliant red coins because copper naturally darkens over time. Finding a 1967 penny that still has vibrant original red surfaces after many decades is becoming increasingly difficult. Current market values vary greatly depending on condition. A circulated 1967 Lincoln cent is generally worth only a few cents. A brilliant uncirculated example may sell for several dollars to over $100 depending on quality. Certified high-grade mint state coins can reach several $100s, while exceptional registry quality specimens have sold for well over $1,000 at major coin auctions. Rare mint error varieties can also bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars if authenticated by professional grading services. Collectors should inspect every 1967 penny carefully using a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Look for unusual doubling in the lettering, missing design elements, striking errors, die cracks, or unusually strong luster. Also check whether the coin has been cleaned, polished, or damaged because these issues can reduce its value. Original untouched surfaces are much more desirable than coins that have been altered after leaving the mint. The popularity of Lincoln cents continues to grow because they are affordable, historically important, and widely collected around the world. Many collectors began their hobby by searching through pocket change for valuable pennies. The possibility of discovering a rare variety or high-grade survivor keeps interest in the 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent alive. Every year, collectors continue searching old coin jars, rolls, and inherited collections hoping to find an overlooked treasure. If you believe you own a valuable 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent, consider having it examined by a reputable coin dealer or submitting it to a professional grading service. Authentication and grading provide confidence for buyers and sellers and often increase the marketability of valuable coins. Certified coins generally achieve stronger prices because collectors know the condition and authenticity have been verified by experts. The historical significance of the 1967 Lincoln Memorial cent extends beyond its monetary value. It represents an era when the United States Mint temporarily removed mint marks to improve coin production during a nationwide coin shortage. This unique historical background makes the 1967 issue an interesting addition to any Lincoln cent collection, even for collectors who focus primarily on historical importance rather than investment potential. When discussing valuable coins, it is important to remember that condition, rarity, collector demand, certification, and mint errors determine the true market value. Claims of extremely high prices usually apply only to extraordinary examples with exceptional preservation or significant mint errors. Most ordinary 1967 cents remain inexpensive, but discovering an outstanding specimen could result in a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's collector market. The 1967 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent with no mint mark is a fascinating piece of American numismatic history. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, this coin deserves a careful examination before spending it. A brilliant condition example with original red color or a genuine mint error could become the highlight of your collection and may be worth far more than its face value. Next up, the The 1969 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent is one of the most recognizable pennies produced by the United States Mint during the late 1960s. Minted at the Denver Mint, this coin carries the small D mint mark beneath the date on the obverse. While millions of these pennies were produced, collectors continue to search through old jars, piggy banks, and inherited collections because certain examples with unusual mint errors can be surprisingly valuable. If you have a worn or rough condition 1969 penny, it may not automatically be worth a fortune, but examining it carefully is always worthwhile because rare varieties and striking errors can command significant premiums. The Lincoln Memorial design was introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln created by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro. This reverse design remained in use until 2008 and became one of the most familiar coin designs in American history. The 1969 penny represents an important part of this long-running series that millions of Americans used in everyday commerce. During 1969, the United States was experiencing significant social and technological changes, including the excitement surrounding the Apollo 11 moon landing. Pennies from this year circulated widely through stores, banks, and vending machines across the country. Because these coins were heavily used, many surviving examples today show scratches, worn details, discoloration, and other signs of circulation. That is why finding a high-grade or unusual example attracts the attention of collectors. One of the easiest ways to identify this coin is by looking for the small D mint mark located below the date. This mark confirms that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The coin is composed primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc and weighs approximately 3.11 grams. Its classic reddish-brown appearance gradually changes to brown as the coin ages and circulates. Collectors often classify these coins by color, including red, red-brown, and brown, with fully red examples usually bringing stronger prices. Collectors also inspect the strike quality of the Lincoln portrait and the Lincoln Memorial. Strong details in Lincoln's hair, sharp lettering, and clear columns on the memorial indicate a better strike. Even though many 1969 pennies appear ordinary, examples with exceptional detail and attractive surfaces are more desirable. Coins that have never entered circulation can be worth considerably more than heavily worn examples because of their superior preservation. A rough condition 1969 penny generally has only modest value. Most circulated examples are worth only a few cents above face value because they were produced in very large numbers. However, collectors still recommend checking every coin carefully before spending it. A common-looking penny may contain a valuable mint error or unusual variety that dramatically increases its collector appeal. Several mint errors are known to increase the value of Lincoln cents from this era. These include off-center strikes, die cracks, die breaks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and dramatic strike-through errors. When these mistakes occurred during production, they created coins that differ from normal examples. Collectors often pay hundreds of dollars for dramatic and well-preserved error coins, depending on the rarity and visual appeal of the error. Many people confuse the famous 1969's double die obverse penny with the 1969 penny. The 1969's double die is an extremely rare and valuable variety known for strong doubling on the lettering and date. The 1969 penny is a different issue and does not share this famous double die variety. Nevertheless, genuine mint errors on 1969 coins can still make individual pieces much more valuable than ordinary circulated examples. Professional grading plays an important role in determining value. Companies such as PCGS and NGC examine a coin's authenticity, condition, strike quality, and surface preservation before assigning an official grade. A certified coin often sells for more because buyers have confidence in its authenticity and condition. If you believe your coin has a rare error or is in exceptional condition, professional grading may be worth considering. The current market value of a standard 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny in rough circulated condition is usually only $0 and 1 cent to around $0.25. Better circulated examples may sell for a little more, while attractive uncirculated red coins can reach several dollars or higher depending on grade. Genuine mint error coins may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, but only when the error is verified and considered significant by collectors. When examining your coin, use a magnifying glass or coin loop to inspect the date, mint mark, lettering, and edges. Look for doubling, missing letters, unusual shapes, off-center designs, cracks, or other striking abnormalities. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can reduce its collector value. Even if the coin looks dirty, experienced collectors usually prefer an original surface over one that has been polished. Coin collecting continues to grow because every coin tells part of America's history. The 1969 Lincoln Memorial Cent reminds collectors of a remarkable period in the nation's development. Although millions were struck, each surviving example has traveled through decades of commerce, making every coin a small historical artifact that connects modern collectors with the past. Many exciting discoveries have been made by people simply searching through old coin jars, inherited collections, and bank rolls. While most 1969 pennies are common, the possibility of finding a genuine mint error keeps collectors interested. Patience, careful inspection, and knowledge are often the keys to making an exciting discovery. If you own a 1969 Lincoln Memorial penny in rough condition, do not expect every coin to be worth a fortune. Instead, inspect it carefully for unusual characteristics, preserve it properly, and compare it with authenticated examples. A normal coin may have only modest value, but a verified error coin could become an impressive addition to a collection and potentially sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Thanks for watching.